मोगाम्बो कुछ हुआ?
बड़े बड़े देशों में
Oh no, too much for me. Mogambo Kushkua is my limit. Mogambo Kushkua is my limit.
and कितने आदमी थे?
What?
कितने आदमी थे?
The next time we'll do it. When I go to India, I try to learn a little bit. Money Heist is a TV show that you know probably. I like all that comes from your culture. I have here the Bhagavad Gita. I have here in my house the figure of Ganesha. My girlfriend really know Asia and the East. Really knows. She travel a lot, and I said to her that she have to come with me to Asia, and I hope that one day in the next future I can go to India for sure, because I really love the energy of your culture, of your country, and I want to enter deeper and see it with my eyes. You see, when I study, I paint. And this is my book to prepare. I know that the Bollywood productions has more and more presence. Thank you for this beautiful mountain of messages. And for sure I want to go to India, and this is really true, but I want to go to travel, not to see two things. I really love travel and lost myself in the culture and in the countries, and I am going to try it. I'm going to put something to be invisible.
Thankfully, it is not about black and white characters anymore. Directors and writers have been offering characters that are complex being, but are still very endearing. Today, we're joined by one such endearing actor who, despite playing the negative Berlin in Money Heist, have been a relatable character and has left an indelible impact on most of us. So thank you so much, Pedro, for speaking to us and joining us from Spain. Thank you for your time.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be here with you, Divya, and with all the fans from the beautiful India.
Pedro, it's not just about the show, it's also about the book that we're going to be talking to you. The book has been making headlines for its content and a very important message that it sends out. We would want you to tell our viewers about your book and the message that it sends out.
El libro es a priori un drama de época que habla de la historia de un soldado en tiempos del Imperio Romano que viaja hacia Oriente para hacer trabajo de campo. Allí conoce al líder de un grupo rebelde, un líder de naturaleza espiritual que le va a cambiar la vida. Esa es como la apariencia del libro. Cuenta eso primero y luego te digo lo siguiente. Más allá de eso, cuando Filipo, que es el protagonista del libro, llega a ese país que yo no especifico cuál es, en Oriente, a ese lugar, y se piensa que se va a encontrar con alguien que es un líder asociado a una revolución de carácter político, se encuentra con un referente que por encima de todo supone una ventana que se le abre de orden espiritual. Es un maestro, es un yogi que de alguna forma rompe su sistema de percepción y le invita a mirar las vidas de otra forma. Cuando me llamaste desde India, me interesó sobre todo la conversación, porque hay algo del acervo espiritual de Asia, incluido también de India, muy presente en la voz de este maestro.
You know, we're talking about spirituality, and there's a very visible link, with India, which is also, in fact, the dominant theme in your book. So would it be wrong, to say that this is indeed India that you're talking about in the book?
if I am speaking about the well, I am a person that during the last years of my life worked more and more with meditation. For sure, to an Occidental man, the Asiatic, the Indian, all the reference that come from the East are a new kind of key. But I didn't want to be specific when I wrote the book about the references. But in one moment, I say that the master, Gilak, that changed the life of Filippo, went to the West to learn, to go deeply in his initiatic process. Then all this kind of music are in the air. Personally, I like all that comes from your culture. I have here the Bhagavad Gita. I have here in my house a figure of Ganesha. I really I am really open to all this kind of music of the spirit. But finally, I try to find my own way and to make my own particular mixture of reference to try to articulate a personal way to try to understand and to enter in contact with the invisible. I am a person that has a more and more clear relation with the invisible and with the mystery, and all the old cultures offer to all of us lines to connect. And I am studying more and more about all these kind of old cultures that has secrets to be received, to receive, and to go deeper in
Yes.
my personal work of initiation.
Yes. So how did this spiritual journey, and especially Indian spiritual, aspect of it begin? Who introduced you to Indian spirituality?
This is the story of the life, no, Vidya?
Yes.
I grow in a Christian family, a traditional Christian family here in the north of Spain. In one moment of my life, when I began to be an adult, I broke in some aspects with the references that I received in my education, and I began my own way to try to live and to understand the world. But with the pass of the time, in a moment of, I would say, in a serious moment of crisis in my life, I felt that I had to reconnect with the intuition, with the no rationalistic part of my perception. Then I began more and more seriously to practice the meditation. And if you connect with the emptiness and you make silence, the messages begin to appear. And in the last years, I am traveling to Latin America, and I has a kind of more and more present connection with the shamanism, that is the old knowledge of the tribes from Latin America. All this kind of information is interesting for me. And in fact, I am preparing now a documentary that I am going to direct the next year to speak about this kind of knowledge.
So I can sort of, feel that there's a very, this Hindu vibe in your house, very spiritual feeling. Is that true?
I have it, but at the same time that I have to say yes with all the intention, I have to say to something. I received a religious education in my house, but in one moment I felt that the structures of the religion lost the real connection with the spirit. The religions offer to us a kind of knowledge, but sometimes a kind of rigidity. And I am trying with my personal process enter deeper and deeper to reconnect with the invisible flower that has no something that is static, that is closed, that is completely open. The spirit is free. The spirit is in constant movement. The spirit is open completely. And the religion, during generations and generations, as all of us we know, with the time, put rules and rules and rules that in occasions don't let us to reconnect with the real power of the energy. And I am, if you want, with all my handicaps and limitations, try to make an exercise of recuperation of the value of the words, because I felt that the dogma close the real ways of connection with the mystery. And this is a part of my personal work, and in the book of Filippo is one of the lines.
We're talking about Indian culture. When is your visit to India happening? When are you coming to India?
You must say that this is one of the dreams of my life. And it's something that I have to do because I didn't travel to Asia. I didn't go really to the East. I traveled in Europe. I began to travel to Africa. I began to travel to Latin America. That is one of my destinies in this moment of my life. The next year, I am going to film a documentary in Mexico. And the next step, one of the next steps, because my girlfriend really knows Asia and the East, really knows. She traveled a lot. And I said to her that she have to come with me to Asia, and I hope that one day in the next future I can go to India for sure, because I really love the energy of your culture, of your country, and I want to enter deeper and see it with my eyes.
What kind of projects, apart from documentaries that you talked about, what other projects would you be busy with? What other aspects of life, would you be focusing on in 2021?
Well, I am now filming the last season of Money Heist. It's a TV show that you know probably.
I know, probably we've seen, watched, rewatched, debated.
We are playing a kind of dementia and brutal end of the TV show. In other sides, I am making the pre-production of the TV show that is going to be a documentary with different chapters that I am going to direct, I am going to write. And basically it's going to be a personal travel about my initiatic process associated with the shamanic knowledge of Latin America. Yeah. And these are the two principal lines of my work. More than that, I paint all the time because it's my way to process the information. Here, for example, I have this. I have this that I am going to show you. Opa.
That's fine.
You see, when I study, I paint, and this is my book to prepare the documentary.
Okay.
And I paint when I study, I paint when I travel, I paint when I work like actor. But this is a constant. But basically, I'm going to be focusing the last season of Money Heist and in the documentary.
Okay. I think painting is the best outlet for your emotions. Now, in this year, you completed 25 years in the showbiz industry. You had started in 1995, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yes. Serious?
It's been 25 years.
25 or include more, because well, 25, yes. But when I was studying in the School of Drama, I worked too. Then it's more than 25. But it's
more.
Incredible to believe. No?
Exactly. How's the journey been? I'm sure you've had your shares of ups and downs, celebrations, but also, a little lower moments in life. How have you sort of managed these 25 years in the showbiz industry?
In shock. I am in shock. Well, I try to be focused in my present. But it's true that the next year can be one of my Olympic years in life.
Okay.
Because imagine I am working with intensity like actor, but this year I published my first book. In fact, it's my second book, but it's the first book that I published. And in the last years, I was writing more and more. And in this line of things, I arrived to the possibility of direct a personal production. Then it's a year where I'm going to try to make a kind of jump. No, if I do it well, it's possible that I open 2 basic lines of work in my profession, like actor that works for other people, and like an author that offer a personal material to share with the people. No?
One very tough aspect of being an actor is from moving from one role to another, because one character could be very intense, could be very deep, and the other, could be completely diametrically different, from what you had performed earlier. How easy or difficult is it for you, to transition from one character to the other? Maybe something as intense as Money Heist to something, which is like lighter in the tones and, ability to perform.
Well, I am like a fish. I have no memory.
So that's
then
so
I forget. I forget what I live in the last minutes, and I am in a constant process of renovation. But more than that, it's a kind of joke. In my process of work like actor with my inner sensibility, I really love more and more the ambivalence.
Mm-hmm.
I really wore all the roles like I try it, like human beings. And the human beings are, as you know, paradoxical, are pure contrast. We think sometimes that we are a thing, but the life reveals more and more that we are many, many, many things. We have many, many, many voices. We have many, many, many memories. And this line of perception for me is more and more interesting. And in my personal process of creation, the roles, when I feel that the line of the role goes in this direction, I have the temptation to break it constantly, no? And if you want, Berlin is a paradigm of this, no? Goes in one direction, and when you feel that it's the worst person in the world, suddenly appear like a child almost. When it's hyper serious, suddenly it's hyper hilarious, and I think that is one way to offer a mirror to the polyedric reality that we are living in this moment of our lives.
Yes. Is Christopher Nolan on the list? Do you want to work with Christopher Nolan, Robert De Niro, any of the Hollywood A-listers?
Well, for sure, Robert De Niro, for the actors of my generation, is one of the icons, you know, for sure. Robert De Niro was this kind of actors that with some of his works said all is possible if you have a kind of determination.
Exactly.
And I remember when I was in the school of drama, the words of De Niro were a pure legend. You know? But there are many people, and I am astonished with the young people. There are young people that has a level of culture that is bigger than the level of culture that we had when I began.
Yes, yes. You know, we spoke to Fernando Cayo. We also spoke to Itzia, you know. Yeah. And Itzia, in fact, you know, was telling us that Bollywood is really huge in Spain. And then, you know, she also talked about this instance in her life, you know, when she...
My girlfriend is seeing a TV show from India, but I don't know the
Which one is it? Please ask.
But I don't know the name. But I said, oh, this is from India. No, yes, I love it. But I am not seeing nothing from the fiction of India. I see that I have some followers that are actors from India with a lot of followers. And I say, well, but for me, honestly, it's a reality that is not hyper present. For sure, it's more easy see material from other cultures. No? I know that the Bollywood productions has more and more presence in Occident. Really is in the air, no? And it's not only an exotic presence. There are a lot of people that follows and loves the fiction for your country.
Have you managed to watch anything, or do you want to see any India project?
Yeah, for sure. And if something is happening in the fiction, is that the casts, the projects are more and more eclectic.
Yes. And any message that you would like to send out to all your fans in India? There are a lot of budding actors also, you know, who've been sort of taking lessons from whatever they've watched, on Money Heist and other projects, you know, that you've been popularly part of. What message?
Well, like Berlin, I have to say clearly that I am a bad reference for the people.
Yes, true.
I don't know what is happening with this. I am really scared with the situation. But at the same time, I feel a so brutal mountain of love, so many places, with so much respect, with so much sympathy, that what I try is prepare the fire of my creativity to put more and more of my best to return to the people all the love that I am receiving. Then I only can say thank you for this beautiful mountain of messages. Thank you, and I'll try to restitute in the best way this good energy and good people. And for sure, I want to go to India, and this is really true. But I want to go to travel, not to see two things. I really love travel and lost myself in the culture and in the countries, and I am going to try it. I'm going to put something to be invisible, but I'll go for sure.
Okay. So you will be like in other guys. You will not be yourself, so that people don't follow you and, you know, ask for photographs or autographs. You just want to have all the attention.
Sometimes it's gonna happen, but if I really love and lost and to speak with the people and to go to the normal places. Don't go to special places. I really like to go to the markets, to walk in the streets, to go to ceremonies and to try to be, with all respect, a part of what is happening in the real life.
So why is Berlin so popular? I mean, what, according to you, made the popularity so massive for the character?
Well, I think that when you was child and one day you went to a kind of park of attractions, and someone said to you, "Oh, you can play with this installation," and you said, "Oh, no, I am scary, but I want." Well, Berlin is like a key for try what in the ordinary life you cannot do it. You cannot do. It's like a explosion of attractions with the things that are not good in life. It's a kind of savage horse that let you go to the forbidden, and at the same time that is immoral and moral and bad. At the same time has a kind of honesty, a kind of crudity, and in this world where we feel that many times the people is in a kind of dissociation, he's like a totem of crudity, of honesty, in the bad sense, but authentic, and at the same time with a perverse and very, very particular humor. And if someone is fun and make fun the life, perhaps not for all the days, but one day is a good thing.
And there's so many female followers that you have. How's your girlfriend reacting to it? Everybody loves Berlin. How's your girlfriend reacting to the adulation?
Well, when you have a life like me, you work with the public, no, and arrive a lot of energy, but the popularity is not the center of my life. The center of my life is the work with the sensibility, and the point is that if you are an actor and you touch the note, in some moments happens things around you, but it's not the most important thing in my life. And this is my profession, no, and it's a collateral aspect of my life, but for sure it's really outside of my focus.
Yeah.
Then, like, I respect my girlfriend, and my girlfriend respect me. We trust in the other. Perhaps in other moment of my life, if I was younger, but I am an old man. And then I am with all my attention in what I have to do, and I accept the good vibes. But after that, it's not something that I am hearing all the time.
And there's one request from fan that says that, can he please say Mogambo Khush Hua?
Mogambo Khush Hua. Mogambo Khush Hua.
Khush
Mogambo Khush
Hua.
Mogambo Khush Hua. What means?
It means, so Mogambo is this really popular villainous character from Bollywood. Extremely popular. Nobody has been able to match his fame. And he says Mogambo is very happy. So Mogambo is the name of the character.
Oh, I understand.
And there's one
Mogambo Khush Hua.
छोटे छोटे देशों में, बड़े बड़े देशों में.
Oh no, too much for me. Mogambo Khush Hua. It's my limit. Mogambo Khush Hua is my limit.
And कितने आदमी थे?
What?
कितने आदमी थे?
The next time we'll do it. When I go to India, I try to learn a little bit.